Welcome back. In this video, we are going to share with you our honest review of the Disney Treasure.
We're going to highlight some of our favorite experiences on the Treasure, what surprised us the most, some lessons learned along the way, and probably, things we do differently if we sail on the Treasure again.
If you mean when?
Probably at some point, yeah. So I put together a list of categories of how we want to arrange this treasure review video. And so we're going to walk through each of these categories one at a time, and we're going to put them down in the chapters. So if you want to skip ahead to another chapter that you're really interested in, do that, and then rewind the video and come back and watch the rest. Or not, it's up to you. Let's start with the first one, which is our first impressions and theming. What was your first wow moment when we boarded the Treasure?
I mean, well, first of all...
after we boarded the Treasure.
Okay, as we were boarding the Treasure.
Yeah.
I mean, this was our 7th Disney cruise.
Yes.
And it's always so exciting to get on board. It doesn't really matter what shift because you're just so excited to go on a cruise. But this one, I feel, was kind of extra special, although I could say that about a lot of them. But, I'm always going to say the smell first.
Yeah. Because
you get on board and you smell the Disney Cruise Line smell. And walking into the Grand Hall was just amazing. It was so beautiful.
It was. We've been in the Wish. It's similar, but I think the Treasure just hits home for us more because of the theming. The Wish is beautiful. And when we got on board on the Wish, our jaws hit the floor. Like, oh my goodness, this is like the other Disney Cruise Line atriums, but leveled up. And the Treasure is even more so than the Wish, I thought.
Well, I mean, I agree. It's not as
fancy.
Yes, that's a good word, but it is absolutely stunning and beautiful, and it's just grand.
It's called the Grand Hall.
I know, that's why I thought of that word.
Yes, it's Aladdin and Jasmine, so kind of a Disney princess too. I just love the tones of the colors, the overall vibe. It had a little bit of like a jungly, gardeny feel to it a little bit with some plant life that was in there. Everything about the Treasure's Grand Hall, as soon as you step on the ship, is amazing.
It is.
The next category we want to talk about is entertainment and activities. And so what was the show or entertainment experience that really blew you away?
I mean, Moana is absolutely top-notch. Yeah. One of the best. And as our girls in the...
It was right after we saw the show.
Yeah, it was after we saw the show that they talked about their experience. And we've been to New York to Broadway. We've been to San Francisco. We've been to a lot of Broadway shows. And this was just as good. Yeah. I mean, it was amazing. The singing, the costumes, the story,
the props, the puppets on stage, the oversized, gigantic, of Tafiti, Taka, and it's just, and also, what's the big crab? I can't remember.
I hear the song in my head.
Shiny, yeah.
But the name is escaping me.
It's
I'm sure you're all thinking it.
I'm sure someone's going to put it in the comments, or a few of you will, and that's great. Thanks.
Thank you.
All of those, and then in the Destiny, more details keep coming out about that, and that looks really awesome. Some of the stuff they're going to do there with the show with Hercules. So it looks like Disney is definitely stepping up even more so than they've done in the past with their Broadway-style shows.
They've always had great shows, but they hadn't done a lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
So Moana is new, and it is totally worth it as far as I would book this cruise just for that. Yeah.
And if you want to see more detail of our thoughts after we saw that show, we'll link the video from our last day on the Treasure in the detail or in the description of this video. And so make sure you go check that out because our girls say quite a bit about that, about their experience from that show. So I would say, I loved Moana, but just to be a little different, because I could say Moana too, but what really kind of blew me away from the entertainment that we experienced was a lot of the stuff that's unique to the Treasure that's not in the Walt Disney Theater.
Okay.
Like Sage and Coriander, kind of your two storyteller hosts for the week. They are amazing. The two that we had were incredible.
They have so much energy.
I know. And they play off each other so well. Whether it's retelling the story of Aladdin in the Grand Hall. They do a Jungle Cruise game show in the Grand Hall.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, Choose Wisely in Sarabi.
That one you cannot miss.
We need to take the right tunnel. Let's take the right tunnel. Choose wisely!
If
you go on the Treasure, you have to go see that if you're 18 or older.
Yeah, it's an adults only experience.
And it is
but it's not inappropriate.
So much fun.
Yeah.
And they're just incredibly talented.
They are.
So yeah, definitely go see that.
And they change out who those characters are, who plays those characters on the entertainment team. They change out every, I don't know, 3 or 4 months, probably, possibly.
So then they have like a new fresh couple of people who are just putting their all into it.
Highly recommend anything that they are involved in. I think they also take part in the Sail Away party, which we didn't watch that.
That reminded me of something. When we were on the ship tour, the person who gave us the tour was telling us about the audition process for her job, which is not an acting.
She's part of the entertainment crew as well.
Yes, but she's not in an acting role, but the level of I don't know, stages they have to go through just to get an audition and get on the ship for that role. So you just know that they are hiring top tier people for everything on that ship.
Yeah. By the way, if you see me like moving around, getting comfortable, it's because if you pay attention, follow us on Instagram. By the way, if you don't follow us there, do that.
So that you can get information like this. Super important.
Yeah. I've been a little bit like, injured lately.
He's on the mend.
I'm on the mend. And so if I'm moving around, scrolling around, that's why. So just want to let you know. And
if there's a weird choppy cut, it's because he had to get up and stand.
Yeah. And some of you have been asking how I've been doing and sending us messages, DMs over Instagram. And so thank you so much. I'm doing better. Still not back to 100%. We have something coming up, a trip coming up pretty soon that I'm hoping I'm much better than I am now. And we'll talk about that at some point soon, probably. But it's getting better. So thanks for the questions and just well wishes.
Yeah. Well, I guess I started talking about the ship tour, but I was only mentioning the level of amazing person they hire for anything on the ship. But also a great activity is to go on that tour. It is so
called the Imagineering the Ships tour.
Yeah. And
Imagineering the Disney ships?
It's Imagineering something. Yeah. You can sign up on your app once you're on board, and it's so interesting to find out all of the details behind all of the design on the ship.
The last thing I want to mention as far as entertainment or activities, mixology was amazing. We'd never done it before. The 7th cruise in. We've thought about doing it before. It just never worked out because maybe we were doing other things. And so this one, I'm glad we waited because I've heard that you can experience this, but like not as fully as we did. Depending on where you do it maybe, or the bartender who's overseeing it, you can attend mixology where all the drinks are already made and you just drink them and the bartender tells you a little bit about them.
Which I'm sure would be fun too.
Yeah, totally fun. But I'm so glad we got to experience actually making the drinks. Our bartender did all the pours because he has to do that. But we did all the work of mixing, shaking, and all that kind of stuff, which was so much fun. And learning about each of the different liqueurs or ingredients, spirits that were part of those. Colin, our bartender, I don't know if that's what you call him in this kind of a class, our mixologist, did such a great job at telling us a little bit about like the drinks and why he mixed them the way he did and what went into them.
Because a lot of them were his invention.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was so much fun. I loved that. And then I never thought I'd want to take a martini class, but when he talked about the martini class, I figured a martini class is just like a vodka martini, but no, it's more like a delicious concoction that he comes up with that is, a fancy martini.
Yeah. So definitely worth it.
We enjoyed that. We want to do that again.
Yeah, definitely. Not the last time we're going to do it. All right, for this next category, we're going to talk about dining and food. So what was our favorite MDR? What was your favorite main dining room?
Coco. I mean, mostly for atmosphere, although I feel like the food everywhere in all the MDRs are really, really good. MDR, main dining room, just in case you were wondering.
Disney cruise speak.
Yes. The atmosphere is amazing. The food is delicious. I am really having a hard time remembering specific meals. I do know that when our vlogs first came out, I rewatched them because Chris makes them all. He edits them and then I watch them. I don't really do much.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
I usually show specific parts to you or the girls if I'm not sure if they're going to want that included.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
But what I mean is you spend a lot of time editing, so you probably remember the food better than me. But when I watch it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that was really good. But now I can't remember.
Yeah.
So it might be because I'm getting older, but I don't quite remember.
That's not it.
Okay, thanks. If you are really interested in what we liked a lot and what we didn't like, which I don't remember anything specific except for the chips and cocoa, we're not that good.
That was the one kind of like letdown, I think, or something that didn't live up to the hype, were the chips and cocoa.
Yeah, I mean, not that there was a hype, but I'm always happy to eat chips and salsa.
I think when you think Mexican restaurant, you think, I can't wait to eat chips and salsa there.
And again, we live in California. in the Central Valley. And so we have amazing chips and salsa here. So we might also just be spoiled.
Yeah.
If you want to know our favorites, go back and watch those videos again.
Yeah, I can remember one.
Okay.
It was either a stuffed pepper or an enchilada, but it was like a vegetarian one. And the sauce, the cheese was so good.
I think that was the second night at Coco.
Yeah, I think it was too.
Because I didn't get it and I was jealous. I liked yours. I actually do remember that. That was really tasty.
Yeah. What surprised me, I think, about the menus on the second nights for some of the restaurants, like, so our second regular menu, non-pirate menu, like at 1923, was the Captain's Gala menu that we've had before on the Fantasy and the Magic. And it's lobster night. You think lobster, ooh, cool. It's okay. We're just not huge lobster people, I think.
I think anytime you're having lobster in like a mass-produced setting, even though they do such a good job with mass-producing this food, it's just not going to be the very best.
I just remember in general that menu wasn't that great for us. And so nothing stood out about it, I guess.
It wasn't bad. It just wasn't like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, for sure. One of the things that divides Disney Cruise fans is, do you go to the buffet? And for us, it's Marceline Market on the Treasure. Or do you go to the sit-down lunch, I think, would have been in Coco.
We've only done the sit-down twice.
Once on the Fantasy and once on the Magic.
And it is really good. But we love to go to the buffet when we get on board. It is so much fun.
Yeah.
And that's honestly one of the only times we eat lunch there.
I know.
If the crab is good, Alyssa will go there a lot because she loves to have crab, and it's like all you can eat crab.
Yep.
But we love to eat lunch at the barbecue.
The pool deck.
Yeah. That is, I mean, we also like to get room service probably at least once, but the pool deck food is so good.
Yeah, the Treasure pool deck, just like the Wish, is insane. It's so good. The barbecue, the cantina, Donald's Cantina, I think. Even the grill is amazing. Like, all of it is so good. And it makes me excited to go back on another type of ship with Disney at some point to enjoy the shawarma again on the two classic ships.
Would you ever go straight to the barbecue if we were back on the Treasure instead of going to the buffet?
Yes.
Oh, I was not expecting that.
I have seen more people, like, we watch other people's channels and vlogs. I've seen more people go straight to the pool deck food for Embarkation lunch, so that they could avoid maybe they don't want to do the longer sit down lunch, but they want to avoid the chaos of the buffet. And I totally get that.
I mean, honestly, the food is better at the barbecue.
Yeah.
The food is better. There's something special.
Marceline and Cabanas are just like a vibe.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's what we do with our kids. And it's like something we all love to do.
Yeah.
It's like starting the cruise.
Even if that vibe means there's a lot of people in there.
Yeah. there will be. So just prepare yourself.
While we're on the subject of the buffet, again, Treasure, it's Marceline Market. You had a thought about breakfast.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because we've been on 7 cruises. Because I had heard, I'm in like the Facebook cruise groups and stuff, and I had heard people say like the buffet food's not that great on Disney. And I always kind of thought they were wrong. The thing is, it doesn't really change. It's almost always the same. And
Every day it's the same options.
It gets kind of boring. So the breakfast especially is not the best.
Yeah.
Like, I would like more options.
Yeah.
I hate sounding negative. I mean, I love being on a cruise and I will eat whatever they give me and be happy. But
here's my thought about breakfast. I'll go to the breakfast buffet any day they have Mickey Churro waffles.
Yeah, you'll get a few.
Yes.
Or a whole plate full.
Oh, more likely. I think I had 4 or 5 this last one. I wish the sit down didn't take as long for breakfast. I think that's probably why I tend to want to go to the buffet for breakfast, or Marceline Market for breakfast, because it's quick. You can get there, put your stuff down your table, get your food, sit down, eat, and go. Whereas the sit down, you're waited on, which it's nice. If it's an at-sea day and you don't have any plans, I think, honestly, I kind of want to do that again for breakfast the next time we're on a Disney ship on an at-sea day.
Yeah.
If we don't have plans that morning, it'd be fun to do a sit down, because I feel like the food's better because they prepare it right then and there.
Yeah.
So there's that to think about too.
It's also really pretty because you can look out the window. It's usually there's a window where
Especially if you can ask to be sat by a window.
Yeah. What I'd really like to do is just eat Palo brunch every day.
Okay.
I know that's not possible.
No.
But we didn't talk about Palo, and that's another item under food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we did brunch and dinner in Palo Steakhouse on the Treasure. And we recommend both.
Oh yeah. Which would you prefer if you'd never had either?
Brunch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that is the correct answer.
Yes, because It's $50 or $55 a person now. I can't remember what it is. It's a fixed price and it's all you can eat. Literally, you can order one of everything if you want. Apollo Steakhouse on the Treasure or the Wish. It's a steakhouse. It's different than all the other Apollos in the rest of Disney's fleet. Get the steak. Like, it's really good. I think I had a Snake River American Wagyu filet. It was so good. Definitely try the steak if you're a steak person.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of options.
But yeah, that is a lot more expensive than Palo Brunch, and it's a totally different experience. I would choose Palo Brunch any day, but it is fun to go to Palo dinner.
Yep. For our next section, we're going to be talking about themed spaces like lounges and cafes that are all around the ship, it seems like. What would you say is the lounge that we enjoyed the most for like the drinks?
Mixology of the Rose, but that doesn't probably count, although I think that Colin could probably make any of those drinks if we just went in there. And I don't know if you later have the question about regrets, but that is a regret that we didn't go hang out there because it's so beautiful. You have such a beautiful view. For the drinks, I think maybe the cat one.
Oh, Scat Cat.
Scat Cat.
There's definitely a few drinks in there that I really want to try, like jelly drinks or something like the jam drinks. Those are some that I've heard are really good. When I saw them initially, I was like, oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
But I've heard they're really good.
I would love to go to the pub one. What is it called?
Oh, Periscope Pub.
Periscope
You
Pub.
didn't spend much time on there.
I know.
I spent a little bit of time.
I really enjoy beer, and I think it'd be really fun to have some good beer in there. It just feels like a good place to do that. And I wanted one of those pretzels too.
I know.
But they didn't have them at the time we were in.
It's crazy to think that on a 7-night cruise that like there's things that we went in wanting to do. We just didn't make the time for it.
But it's okay. We still had a lot of...
Oh yeah, totally.
No, I'm telling people that because I think some people go in and they're like, I have all these things I want to do. It's like, even if you don't do everything you want to do, you're going to have a great time.
Yep. And it's an excuse to go back on.
I was just thinking that.
I wish I would have tried another type of drink at the Haunted Mansion Parlor. Mm-hmm. I had heard that the drinks aren't good, but the vibe in there is amazing. And so that's why I didn't get anything like with alcohol. I got it was almost like a Will Rogers. I wish I would have tried one or two other types.
I think the main reason you did that is because we were doing our lounge crawl. It was our first lounge. We thought we were going to go to all of them and we were trying to pace ourselves.
That's true.
And it was early in the day. But if we would have known that was the only one we were going to do that day, we would have had a better drink probably.
Yeah. What would you say is the lounge you enjoyed most for like the vibe or the theming?
I really enjoyed all of them in different ways.
Yeah.
I really can't pick one.
It's hard to nail because I would easily at first say Haunted Mansion Parlor because it's amazing. There's so much going on in there. You can easily sit in there for a good 30, 45 minutes and just enjoy all the things that are happening around you. It's so cool. At the same time, like you said about the Rose, like it's just such a calm, chill place to just enjoy the views, enjoy sitting at the bar, chatting it up maybe with the bartender that you have there.
It's such a different experience because if you're going to the Haunted Mansion, it's actually kind of chaotic and loud and dark, but the Rose is like, you know, if it's daytime, you have the beautiful ocean in front of you. It's quiet and peaceful.
Mm-hmm. Scat Cat Lounge, I think is what it's called, is piano bar. But not once did we go in there with the piano being played.
I mean, a lot of people go on with their kids.
Yep.
So we spent a lot of time with our kids.
Yeah.
And we were not in the lounges that much.
Maybe we need to go on a Disney cruise without the girls.
Well, we will eventually. Someday.
Someday.
Still, they live here and we want to hang out with them.
Yes, that's
one of the reasons we go on cruises.
That is true.
When we went on the tour, it was fun to hear more about all of the details of the way all of the lounges were designed and design elements. And I remember one from the Hey Hey Cafe.
Hey Hey Cafe, yeah.
Well, the Hey Hey Cafe, it was so interesting to hear how they designed it.
It's Moana themed.
And the feel that you're supposed to get. It's really about giving you a feel from that story.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about that until we heard that from our tour guide.
It's not in your face, and it is really subtle, and I love it. And then a drink that I love there, which sounds super weird, I would not have gotten it if I hadn't watched it on Adventure.
Ordinary Adventure?
Yeah, Adventure. She had the turmeric.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, Ordinary Adventures, we watched their vlog, and I was like, that does not sound good. And then she said, it tastes like a chai. And I love chai.
Okay.
So, I think I got a dirty turmeric latte, so that means I had a shot of espresso in it. I liked that a lot.
Yeah.
It was very yummy.
Yeah, and like the Jade Cricket Cafe is another example of somewhere that's just really fun. And there's a story there. There's like a gate that they put in there, and that symbolizes something. So again, another plug for the Reimagining the Disney Ships Tour. Go on that. If you can find one of those earlier in the cruise, that's going to like give you a deeper appreciation for everything you see throughout your cruise.
That is true.
All of them are fun just to hang out in and just explore and try something unique at each one. That includes Cove Cafe. That one also is Moana themed. So they have 2 cafes. I didn't realize that until now. But that one's on the very upper back of the ship. It's an adults only area. And so it's hard to get to unless you're intentional about going there.
It does feel kind of far away from
It does, which that's
But I mean, if you're going to go hang out,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're just going for coffee, you might as well go to a different one.
Yeah. Next category, we want to quickly walk through, not because it's not important, because I think we'll have a couple of things to share and then we'll move on, but the servers and the crew that we have.
Well, we always have great things to say about the servers
Yeah.
and the crew. I mean, they're just amazing people.
Yeah.
Disney hires amazing people who really love to help you have a fantastic experience.
Mm-hmm.
And so, again, we experienced that on the Treasure.
Standouts. Elizabeth, our head server, was
gosh.
amazing.
Yes, she was such a great head server. And the other ones were good too, but they're so busy.
Yep.
But she just kept coming over to talk to us, and I loved her.
Yeah.
She was so sweet.
She was. All of our servers and our room attendant, like everyone we interacted with was so much fun and was willing to take the time to just laugh and get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, one thing that amazes me, and it's not like we get soft served that much. I mean, we do get plenty of soft serve, but so does everyone else. The ladies at the soft serve place, they remembered us.
Yeah.
I mean, they remembered you because earlier in the day you dropped your soft serve and then they came back and they were kind of like messing around with you because you were messing with them.
Because I really wanted like a tall one and they're like, are you sure?
But I just love that they care that much about their jobs when they're handing people ice cream all day that they can make it fun for you and for them.
Yep. And also I have to mention Magdalena from Paulo. Like we had her for both experiences, the brunch and dinner. She was incredible.
She truly cared so much about giving the most excellent service possible.
Yeah.
You can tell by everything she did.
And she went out of her way to do some special things. Like she took us on a little bit of a tour of the back outside area of Apollo.
Yeah.
And just little things like that just meant so much. We realized, and we've gotten some comments that, well, I'm glad you guys had a great experience with your server team. Well, we didn't. They didn't spend any time getting to know us. And when we hear that, that makes us so sad because that's pretty much been our experience every cruise.
We're also kind of interactive people. We do try to interact with people.
We try to get to know them a little bit.
We have had in our 7 cruises 2 kind of bad experiences, but both times we told either the head server or guest services about it and they made it right.
Yeah.
They fixed it. So if you do end up having a service or something happen that is not excellent, you don't feel bad. You should tell.
Don't be a jerk either.
Don't be a jerk. Don't be a jerk. No.
That's a good rule in general about going on a cruise. Don't be a jerk.
Yeah.
And you'll have a great time.
But you're supposed to have an excellent experience. So if you're not, you should talk to guest services with like humility and kindness about it.
Understanding they're serving a lot of people and their job is not easy at all.
I remember, the few times we had to say something, I was like, I feel really bad saying this, but I just want to let you know. And they were always like, let's see how we can fix it. And they did.
Being proactive, whether it's with that or being proactive by trying to go out of your way to get to know your server team a little bit, goes a long way. All right. A very quick category is stateroom.
We'll see. You said the last one was
I know,
quick.
that's true.
We talk too much. I'm sorry.
We do talk a lot. We got the exact same stateroom on the Treasure that we got on the Wish because we loved where it was on the ship so much, so close to the pool deck and the food on the pool deck. But also, like, it was just such a great spot for us. So it's forward, but there's nothing going on below or above us that is like a common area. It's all staterooms above and below where we were at on deck 11, where those forward rooms are. One thing, though, is even though it was almost an exact replica of the Wish's version of that stateroom, I did notice an update to the closet space. The doors, I think, opened like a door. I can't remember what it was, but there's something a little bit different.
I remember you were excited about it.
And I liked it better. But we also got the hanging shelf thing that we used, that we showed in our packing video. That was great. Like that was really helpful because it gave us, since we're a family of 4 in one room, it gave us a little bit more room to put stuff.
We only used 1. We bought 2. And
we bought 2. We used 1. We could have used 2, but we didn't. I'll make sure and link that down in the description of this video if that's something you want to get for your treasure cruise.
For me, what I did, because I'm not going to stop saying how much I love my packing cubes, because I'm not an organized person, but now I'm learning to be organized with packing because it makes everything so much easier. I just put my packing cubes in that little slot and then took it out when I wanted something. It was so easy.
That one was short.
Wait, I have one more thing to say.
No, you don't.
I'm joking.
Embarkation, disembarkation process.
Okay.
So embarkation, I think we will very likely take DCL shuttle transportation every time we sail out of Port Canaveral. It was so simple, easy, and it worked. It was the best.
I was resisting it for quite a while because it seemed expensive, and it is kind of expensive.
$40 per person per way.
Because that adds up. But
at the time of this filming.
No other way to get there without spending something similar.
Yeah,
and
unless you live close and you drive to the port, that's different.
Yeah, so it is so convenient, and then you get usually bumped up to boarding group 1.
Well, we got boarding group 1. I know others who have done that. They've gotten boarding group 2 or 3, which is still amazing. And so no matter what boarding group you get, your port arrival time does not matter, which is great because, if you've sailed on Disney before, online check-in can be a hassle because you're trying to get through everything so you can get the earliest port arrival time. But when you do Disney transportation, that goes out the window.
Okay.
You get assigned one, and then it's usually an earlier one. And there again, there's 3 ways to take DCL transportation. You can take it from one of the Disney resorts in Disney World. You can take it from, I think it's level 1 in the airport where the car rental area is. And then the other one is if you stay at the MCO Grand Hyatt at the airport. There's another whole separate space there for taking Disney transportation. It's a different group.
Let's talk a little bit more about the boarding process after that. Boarded the bus.
They had fun.
What is like 45 minutes?
45 minutes, yeah. And they had
really fast.
They had Disney cartoons, trivia playing on the TV screens, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Our girls are older, but it's still just kind of nostalgic and fun to see some of those things.
When you get there, you get handed your boarding group number.
You step off the bus, they give you a boarding group card number.
Oh, because they've already taken your luggage.
Oh, and yes, luggage, and you do your actual check-in at the airport. If you do this Disney transportation at another spot, you'll do it there, whether it's a resort or at the MCO Grand Hyatt. But you do your check-in there. So once you get to the port terminal, you go right up the escalators to get into the main area for boarding the ship.
So if you're not on Disney transportation, you check in once you get to the terminal, and that's usually a pretty fast process. Yeah. But this was even faster because everything's already done. Yeah. And then we just go up the escalator and see the really cool building of Disney Cruise Line and the model of the magic ship, and in the distance you can see the
and the little Mickey horn ears, all of it is just, it feels like, okay, vacation's starting and we're just looking forward to getting on the ship at that point.
Yes.
Yeah. Disembarkation. Probably the fastest disembarkation we've ever experienced.
Oh my gosh, it was so fast.
I don't know if it's because they've updated the face scanning technology for customs when you get off the ship and get into the terminal. I've heard that's a big part of it. Regardless, it was way faster than the Fantasy and way faster than all the other ships we've disembarked on.
We weren't going to have breakfast because we were going to have breakfast somewhere else. I can't even remember where now. They give you
we did get breakfast at the Contemporary at Steakhouse 71.
Well, I know, but what I mean is we weren't getting breakfast on the ship.
Yes.
So we came out of our room and our Donald or whatever, because they give you a tag that is whatever color and character you are, it had already been called.
Yeah, I think we had actually gone down to 1923, which is where our disembarkation breakfast was.
Oh, that's right.
But we went down to say goodbye to our servers. That was fun, but we didn't sit down to eat. We just grabbed our stuff and left.
Yeah.
And I think there was a little bit of a line, but it didn't take long to get through.
Super fast. Yeah. We've been in very long lines before they didn't move fast. One thing we do recommend is having I think it's 10 or $20. I can't remember. I think I gave them 20 because our porter was so helpful. If you get a porter, they really help you navigate everything really fast and get your luggage to where you're going. But they remind you what to have out for customs. They get you to the right spot. So if you just have a 20 ready to go, and they help you find your luggage at the place and everything. So that is fantastic.
Yeah. We recommend that if that's something you want to do. The second to last category are surprises and lessons learned. We've already said a few of those things. You mentioned a few regrets. What's one thing that surprised you the most on the Treasure?
It's really hard to say that since it wasn't our first cruise. And I think after you, when you go on your second cruise, then you're comparing your first cruise to the second cruise. Now we know the drill. Yeah. But I think just the beauty.
Well, about the uniqueness of the Treasure. Yeah. Something about the Treasure.
I think the beauty of the ship, the beauty of the Treasure. Also, I've never been able to pick a favorite ship ever. I'm always like, whichever one we're on at the time. But I think
That's like the easy cop-out answer.
I think the Treasure's my favorite ship. I loved it. I loved it so much. I would love to go back on it. That's my surprise.
Yeah. Well, what you saying that makes me realize the last video of us, our last day on board, Lindsay and I wrapped up our vlog series essentially because Alyssa wasn't feeling the best and you were tired. You went back to the stateroom, so you weren't able to share some of these thoughts. So I'm glad that we're doing this now.
Yeah, I love the Treasure so much, and I would have loved to have more time. I want to go in those lounges.
I know,
but it's okay. I mean, we had a good time, so exactly. I can't regret that.
We won't be mad if we end up going on the Treasure again.
Yeah, we don't have any plans for it now.
No plans.
I wouldn't be mad to go on any cruise, any Disney cruise.
Yes, true. Sometimes you go on a ship once, you're like, okay, that was fun. We did it. But we definitely would love to go on the Treasure again at some point. Something that surprised me, and sometimes this is super random, but usually we like to go to 1923 for a nice, chill dinner, no entertainment, not a lot of noise. And our experience on the Wish, Arendelle, was fun, but it was kind of loud. There was always something happening. And it was kind of even hard, not even just to vlog, but it was hard to talk sometimes because it was so loud in there. I loved Coco so much. And the entertainment team that was on stage, whether they're playing instruments or playing a character, like it just worked so well. And you were so engaged with what they were doing, especially the second dinner. It's the Dia de los Muertos celebration. It was so cool, but it was also really like moving and touching because they were talking about family who've left us, and they even like got everyone there involved in the story that they're telling. Like they said, remember your loved ones who have left, who departed or who have left and passed on. And it was like, wow, it was cool. It was emotional. It was fun. But our last night at 1923 was just so loud and obnoxious.
That's just because of the people that were sitting there.
And that's because
multiple bottles of champagne and wine they were drinking.
Yes, and they let their kids go a little crazy, I think.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things where it's not going to be the same on every cruise. That's one thing that surprised me, I think.
Okay. I wanted to point out, in case you're not super familiar with all the ships, that Arendelle on the Wish is the same as Coco on the Treasure. It's just
the themed dining room.
Themed differently, but it's the same space.
Yeah.
So that's why he was talking about Arendelle.
Yeah, because that's the only thing I can compare it with, really.
Yeah.
It's going to be Lion King themed on the Destiny.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Another little thing that surprised me is how much we enjoyed the promenade decks. Because it's decks on the Wish and the Treasure. It's not just deck 4. But we had fun just going out there as a family and just like walking against the power of the wind and just laughing and having a lot of fun. And usually we love walking deck 4 because you can walk around the whole ship. And it's
not on the Treasure or the Wish.
On the other 4 ships, the older 4 ships. But on the Treasure of the Wish, the Destiny, and I've heard they're making a 4th Wish class ship. It spans 3 decks. We prefer deck 4 on the classic 4 ships more, but we did have a lot of fun on deck 5 when it's more open, and it's just, I don't know, it was different. So
yeah. So you were surprised because we had not liked the fact that they don't have a deck 4 kind of setup, but they have a different setup that was still fun.
Yeah. We made it fun.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, the big difference is you may like the first 4 ships more. You can make it fun no matter where you're at and what ship you're on. Yeah,
there's always a few moments that are really special that have almost nothing to do with like theming of the ship or whatever, or food. Like for this one, for me, I loved it when we were on the balcony. We were sailing away from, I think, Castaway. There's these birds that are like...
Well, that was St. Thomas.
Oh, St. Thomas, you're right. There's these birds that are flying along next to the ship, and we're just watching them. And then you see flying fish, actually. And we'd seen this before, so I don't think it's uncommon. It was just so much fun to be out on our balcony and watching these birds like swooping down to get the fish and be like, oh, look at the fish.
Excuse me. Thanks.
Like I said, that had nothing to do with Disney, but being out on the sea and like
having that veranda
and being there with our girls and together, that was really fun.
Yep. Last question: if we sailed on the Treasure again, what would you do differently?
Oh, I would go to the lounges more.
Yeah. Spend more time in the lounges and
totally ditch the kids and just be in the lounges all the time. Just kidding. No, we would just figure it out so that we can make that a priority.
Yeah, for sure. I would agree with that.
I guess I would have to read my book on the veranda a little bit less. That would be hard because I like to.
You do like to do that.
I'll bring my book to the lounge.
Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts and maybe what's next.
We do have 2 cruises planned.
Yeah, we booked 2 cruises. They dropped
Disney.
a ton of itineraries
Oh my
for
gosh.
fall 26 and spring of 27.
They're going to be family.
Both of them are in 2027.
When I mean family, I mean we're going with
Yeah.
some of our parents.
Yep.
So that should be really fun.
We're sailing on the Dream for one of them.
Yes, and we've never been on the Dream.
So this will be the first time for us for that. And we're sailing on the Disney Magic
Yes.
for the second time.
That will be really fun.
Yeah, looking forward to that one too. And
those are just some hints.
that one's out of San Diego. I don't mind saying that.
Okay.
And then the other one, the Dream, is out of Port Everglades, Fort Lauderdale,
Mm-hmm.
which we've never sailed out of there. And Disney has like their own port building there as well, kind of like Port Canaveral. We'll share more details about those as we get closer. I had kind of quickly looked at the Destiny versus like the Dream or Fantasy, because we really wanted to cruise on the Dream or Fantasy again.
Mm-hmm.
But I did want to look at the Destiny too, because it's their newest ship. We have gone on the Wish and the Treasure, and as much as we've enjoyed those, we really were feeling called back to like the Dream or back to the Fantasy, or trying the Dream for the first time, since they're very similar ships. At the same time, like I'm like, let's just look to see what the Destiny is doing right around that time frame. And so I looked, and it was leaving the day before our cruise on the Dream is leaving from the same port. For the 5-night on the Destiny around the same time frame, it was like $1,600 or $2,000 more for the same type of room. Wow. So I was like, yo, it would be fun to sail on the Destiny, but not that fun. Like we like, saving money when we can. So we're super excited to go on the Dream. The Destiny, it looks fun. We're not all super into like superheroes and all that stuff.
I mean, we like them.
We like them. And it's just the theming of that ship isn't like as exciting to us as the Treasure was.
Yeah, the more classic kind of thing.
Yeah. We do have a cruise book next year. Mm-hmm. You want to say where?
It is an Alaska cruise.
It's an Alaska cruise.
And it is not on Disney.
Not on Disney. Yeah.
Is that all the details we're going to give?
Probably for now. Should we say what cruise line?
Sure.
You or me?
So we're going on an Alaska cruise on Celebrity Cruise Line, and we are pretty excited. Our friends, the Payettes, were on a Celebrity cruise last year, and they told us that the food was like the best food they've ever had on a cruise.
I think they're on the same ship that Celebrity Edge, I think, is the one that goes. They have a few ships that go to Alaska, but we wanted to do a little bit one of the bigger ships to have some more options on board, since our girls will be with us.
Here's the crazy thing. So we're not like promoting or not promoting Disney, because we just do what we love. But as far as Alaska, we got the Celebrity Cruise, 2 rooms.
Yeah.
1 room for us, 1 room for our girls.
One of them was like a balcony type room.
Yes, a nice balcony room. The girls have an inside room, but they can come hang out on our balcony. Less than it would have cost us for 1 room on Disney.
For 1 veranda room on Disney.
Yes.
Yeah. On the the Wonder or the Magic, because both will be in Alaska next year. That was the kicker, honestly, for me.
Yeah.
Like we would have loved to go on sail on Disney.
I think it will be also really fun to have a different experience, just like when we went on Royal Caribbean.
Yeah, and Celebrity is like the leveled up version of Royal Caribbean. It's the same company, Royal Caribbean Group. And so we're excited to do that in the status match between all their different cruise brands.
We'll definitely have more to tell you about that eventually, but we just right now wanted to tell you a little bit about what's coming up.
Yeah.
If you have a question that we didn't hit on, make sure to ask us in the comments, and know that we do try to reply to your comments, and we love hearing from you. So if you have anything to tell us or questions, leave it in the comments. If you like this video, feel free to like it. Subscribe if you haven't already. What else should we say?
The next set of videos that are going to come out are 2 park days that we've vlogged when we were at Disney World. We've vlogged Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios.
Okay.
So those will be our next videos coming out, and then we have some other fun stuff coming up right after that.
We just tell them what we're doing, because it's coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it's coming up in 2 weeks almost.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have a
bucket list.
We have
Experience.
some friends who we have made through our channel. We've actually made quite a few friends through our channel. So we are going to go to Disneyland in a few weeks, and we were invited to go to Club 33 with some of our friends who we've already met a couple times now on our channel, and so you'll get to meet them, because we're gonna have a video, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not inside Club 33, you can't video there, but we'll have a video of our day at Disneyland, and we're super excited.
It's a bucket list thing. I've always that'd be so cool. And I have a few friends who've gone before because they knew someone who was a member. And I just was like blown away when they said, "Hey, do you guys want to join us for lunch on this day?" I'm like, we have to make plans to go to Disneyland. We have to get a hotel. We have to do all these things. We're like, yes, we'll figure out the details. So, and it's also gonna be Halloween time, which is one of our favorite times to visit Disneyland at Halloween time.
Chris has already made a whole plan of all the food we're going to try.
I hard ignored the Halloween foodie guide because I'm like, why even look at it? We're not going to go. And then as soon as we realized we were going, I'm like, okay, I'm going to dive into this thing. And we only have one day at Disneyland. We're only going to be there one day, but we're so pumped. And our girls are excited. Our girls won't be joining us for that meal.
No.
They're going to be enjoying the rides, but we are going to let them choose whatever they want as far as the merch options, because you can get merchandise.
Whatever they want.
Oh, okay.
We'll let them choose something, like a pen.
They have merchandise there at Club 33. So, yeah, I can't believe it's happening. And so we're so grateful that we're invited and so excited to do that.
Yes, so you'll get to meet our friends, the Murphys, and they have a YouTube channel too, actually. So maybe you'll be able to see some of their videos too.
Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for being here. And we can't wait to see you guys again really soon. Take care. Bye.
Bye.